Okay, so this is a kind of interesting thing. This is from U-Haul. They call it the U-Box system. What they are is a big palletized box here, covered in kind of a heavy plastic tarp, 2x3 plywood, forklift movable. There's even forklift points at the top, and I doubt that thing can be lifted by it may be possible to actually lift these by the top. So they advertise a relatively standard sizing. You know, you can tell these are built a mile a minute in the facility. Okay size. It's got tie down points. It's made to be filled. It has about a 1-ton capacity is what they advertise, and they also have purpose-built trailers for these things, but you know, it can go in a relatively easy flatbed trailer, and they have a whole system by which these things can be loaded down a semi-truck. I think they're 8 feet front to rear, which means if they're stacked sideways on a flatbed semi-trailer, and then of course they can handle weather and everything. The thing is, they apparently sell these used once they've been rented several times, and they figure they've gone through the cycle. They sell for less than $100 each on your local Craigslist, and it can be sealed, and it can be, you know, it's not too hard to put caster wheels on something like that, so they're still semi-mobile. But the thing is, heck, you get 4 of these, you might as well just look at putting a roof over them. I mean, these can be a really rapid setup type thing, and I'm almost thinking that maybe like a half dozen of these could be set up as a modular system for a little for semi-permanent buildings, actually, that's built and then hauled to its location in pieces, with a half dozen of these things as the basis for it. You'd be cutting holes between them. I don't know, maybe it wouldn't work, but I'm thinking it could, just because there's a fair amount of structural integrity on these. And then I gotta look up the used ones and see if they retain those plastic tops, because the plastic top is obviously weatherproofed. Just a big heavy duty plastic tub kind of lag bolted onto there. So yeah, you could base something on these. That would be a few steps above your average homeless shelter shack. The other thing is, if you just dump these out in the middle of nowhere as a survival shelter, if you have sufficient warning, you just kind of stock them and dump them with low value, high bulk supplies that would still make life relatively livable. It's an option. It sounds like, just for the price of a good tent, you know, a good $350 tent. You could make a quick little project of buying one of these, putting some little shelves, a fold-down bunker, something in there, and just, especially on private property, just stick it out there. You know, stick it out there, and it's all set up and ready to go. And for the price of a good tent. But that's the U-Haul U-Box, and apparently they are available used once they've been through their rental cycles.